Jan-Marc, thank you so much for joining us here at Empower 2024. There's more than 1,400 of the industry here joining you to have those key conversations. What are you expecting those conversations to be this week, and what really is front of mind and challenging your industry and your colleagues at the moment?
Yeah, so I think it seems to be the topic around public investing versus private market investing. I think a lot of the debates, including the main stage panels and the smaller panels, really are centered and circle around the advantages of private markets and the potential of private markets in investors' portfolios.
So what exciting opportunities are you seeing in terms of private markets and the part they can play in portfolios?
Yeah. So private markets really can provide a better diversification. We used to say just using bonds and stock is lazy diversification, but by adding private markets, we can add a broader set of opportunities into client portfolios, providing outcomes for customers which are better, and often they also provide an ability to manage volatility in portfolios. So it's really about making use of all the opportunities which are out there for clients, based on the fact that public market opportunities are as big or bigger than what clients can find in public markets.
And within that, you're seeing a change in actually how the private markets are converging as well.
Yeah, so there are two, probably the two aspects in there. One is clearly private markets is not just private markets, it consists of various components. So we are making use of private credit, private equity, infrastructure, property, and really trying to integrate and utilize the various benefits, advantages, and the features they deliver for these portfolios. And then another aspect is the closed-end or vintage drawdown type structure versus the open-ended evergreen type structures, where clearly over the last 18 months there has been huge innovation, particularly on the open-end structured side, which opened up opportunities and access and convenience for a much broader set of clients. So nowadays, with closed-ended, with open-ended structures, clients can build diversified private markets portfolios and can use those instruments as building blocks, which they then can top up with vintage-type funds to invest in very particular high-conviction themes.
So with all of that in mind and that smart diversification, as you put it,
Exactly.
as opposed to lazy, what sort of expertise are you going to need within your teams going forward? Presumably that's evolving a bit too.
Yeah. So it's clearly, I think we are very much at the beginning of a journey, and a lot what I talked about really only happened over the last 18 months, the evolution and the development of the open market structure. But I think one key element is making sure relationship managers, investment consultants, and clients do understand the underlying nature of these investments. And at the end of the day, they are private market investments and are inherently illiquid. So there is a potential mismatch of certain features of these instruments, particularly the liquidity aspects. So we are very focused to make sure that's properly understood. Liquidity features are there for the right reasons, and often these reasons are, live events that particularly private clients go through, or portfolio rebalancing. There is limited liquidity to cater for that, but they're not trading instruments. So that's one thing. And then it's the feature of a private equity versus a public market equity investment, private credit versus public bonds, or the features of infrastructures, the advantages that these type of investments bring. So education, training for everyone involved, and making sure these opportunities are used for clients who basically can use them in terms of suitability and appropriateness.
And communication of exactly what they are will be
Yes.
key. So finally, if we sit down together in, say, 12 months' time at this event again, what do you think we'll be talking about, and what are you expecting to see over the coming year?
Yeah, so I think it is a topic which will remain for us for the next couple of years. The topic of private markets investing, and whether that's expanding in the open-ended space, or the distinction or the opportunities out of private credit, private equity, infrastructure. But I think it's a theme to stay for the next couple of years, simply for the reason that a lot of the investors are heavily under-invested. Whatever surveys you look at, show us it's maybe 5% at max of clients who have exposure to private markets. Obviously, there are clients who are much higher than that. So it's a huge opportunity, which will remain there, and I think people will need to be helped to understand and utilize it properly.
Well, I hope to see you back here again in a year, and we'll see if that is the conversation we're having. Thank you
very
so much for joining me. Great to talk to you today.
Thank you.